we see here the apparatus for an experiment on rotation. The apparatus consists of two pieces of shelf standard, glued, not glued, actually screwed in securely around a piece of wood. Mr. Sketch marker sitting on a level surface. The paper is here for a reason you'll see in a minute. Now, we can balance this thing on the marker if we're careful. Now, the balance is pretty unstable right there. It's not quite balanced. I've got to play with it a little bit until I find a balancing point where it doesn't tip this way or this way, and it's fairly secure and respect to rotation in this direction. Now I'm going to set this apparatus in some initial position, and then I'm going to take a marker and indicate that position with a straight edge. Now, what I'm doing is I'm visually lining up the straight edge with the edge of the shelf standard here, and then I'm going to make a couple of marks here, and I'll note that initial position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to accelerate this system so that it'll rotate. The reason for the marker is it has a small top and it's flat. These are Mr. Sketch markers, and they work very well for this and smell good. I don't own stock in the company. I'm not pushing Mr. Sketch markers, but they have a lot of nice qualities. This marker forms a pretty low friction surface with the wood, and you'll see that the system will rotate pretty freely under the influence of, well, after it's been accelerated by this pendulum. Now, what I have here is a pendulum consisting of approximately 30-gram washer. You note if I release it, it comes back. And you could actually time that pendulum and determine how long the thing is. That length is going to be important. And then I'm going to, see, this thing has gotten kind of messed up. I hope it doesn't pull the thing out of equilibrium. Okay. Now if I release the system, it's going to rotate until the thread slips off. Of course, everything just collapsed. So I'm going to have to rebalance the system. This can be a little bit aggravating. Once you get the hang of it, it isn't too bad. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work here, because this thread isn't right where it should be. It should actually be coming out of the center of the washer, and somehow it's gotten tangled up, and it's at an angle. It's going to cause it to pull upward to an extent. And I don't know if that's going to allow the system to remain stable, but let's see here. Okay, now I'm going to release the system, and let's see what happens. No, it's not going to remain stable. Okay, we're going to have to look at this in another clip. I'm going to have to retie that thread.